You can now see 10 seconds into the future. How do you use this ability? Casino, blackjack and roulette. I'm not sure how much it would help on roulette, though. I guess it depends on how long the wheel keeps spinning after they stop taking bets. But it would do wonders in blackjack. Run it with 3-card poker. That game plays fast enough most times that 10 seconds would be plenty. 10 seconds? You'd do okay on blackjack. You'd break the bank on slots. Betting people at a bar on sports on TV like 75 says he misses a shot. Lottery won't work, terminals close an hour in advance. Horse betting windows close several minutes in advance. I think the only way to make is live bets. Make a billion playing craps. Or many other casino games. I'll use it to see my future self get tortured by a goth homosexual stripper from Italy. Future self. Become the boss of the Italian mob, and grant others stand abilities similar to my own. Actually, I'd probably be more like Joseph and randomly throw people off by saying you're about to say. Use it to script a movie with Nicolas Cage. As bad as that movie was, dang, that ending was such a cop-out that it almost was good. Well, I guess I never flinch again. I start acting like Sherlock Holmes and people start to wonder if I'm psychic. Sherlock Holmes, Robert Downey's JRS is my jam. Become the world's greatest street fighter. Any work I put into my reaction time and physical strength will only help me use my visions to win the fight. Seeing what someone does and knowing how to counter it aren't always the same thing. I used to be in MMA and sometimes I'd see what combo my opponent was setting up, usually from seeing them use it in another match, and I still wouldn't necessarily know what to do. Stand in front of a girl and see how me asking her out turns out. I'm a girl and this was my first thought as well. Do we get to alter the future that we've seen? Nope. The future is unchangeable. I would always say the things that people around me wanted to say. Your next line is Epitaphu. You'll never reach the truth. Corriga. Requiem. Da. To see if I can actually get out at a stoplight. Take my jacket off. A wild one you are. Become a god at Smash Bros. Go on as many quiz shows as possible and get all the answers right to get rich. Flirt with every girl and find a way to use this foresight to my advantage. Become a mafia boss and sell dogs in Italy. Vegas, here I come. Run a mafia in Italy, and dye my hair pink. Avoid stubbing my toe. Duraruru bossu come pick me up, I'm scared I'm vomiting razor blades and scissor sheets wild. Use it continuously. I see that in 10 secs I will look further and do this for 2 hours to get the lottery numbers and bet on them. I would try to murder anyone who knew my identity, especially those brats who are protecting my daughter. Of course I would also have the ability to jump ahead in time as well. Wah. Entering those quiz apps for money or just entering quizzes, I wouldn't get one wrong if I can see 10 seconds in the future each question. Or a backup option would be games, it'd be hard to lose knowing when someone is gonna run into a room. I use it to become a Doppiokini. I would probably start by fighting a guy who can control iron by attracting the attention of miniature aeroplane, which will shoot him but not me because I erased half a second of time. I would then talk to myself on the frog and probably stab some 20-year-old goth. Following that I suppose I would pose as my daughter before menacingly approaching a cripple. Finally I would get put into a dying body and then proceed to die. Something like that I think. Become a stock trader. Like Diavolo but without the whole dogs and mafia stuff. Rock paper scissors champion. King Crimson. Probably for playing lol. I beat up a rubber man. Become the best goalkeeper in the world. I look 10 seconds in the future, which shows me 10 seconds into that future, etc. I can see the entire future now in 10-second intervals. I can see my death, and my entire life, all the lottery numbers, all my lovers, friends, Health choices, everything. If my 10-second vision doesn't include the sense where I see 10 seconds in the future, or it doesn't work while unconscious and sleeping, I commission a HUD which I can rapidly use to convey information down the chain, and commit myself to wearing it at all times so that my future self will have the HUD on. Then I can gain information as far into the future as I'm willing or able to relay back to myself. Generally, this means I can get information about everything I do before I next go to sleep. The next step would be to learn how to always lucid dream, have out-of-body experiences when sleeping, so that I can practically always be conscious. Then learn how to have a HUD up in my lucid dream, so I can relay information down the chain. Should technology progress to where I can have a brain implant that allows me to see something even when I'm sleeping, the lucid dreaming thing isn't necessary. Either way, I am surrounded by a sense of calm and inevitability after working through the kinks, like trying to reply to what someone's going to say, or dodging something from the future, etc. This would be amazing for any kind of reactionary sport like boxing. Use it to avoid getting stuck talking to the most annoying customers about to turn a corner. Oh shit, if I go there the crazy cat food lady is gonna grab me and talk my ear off. I would probably get kicked out of casinos when playing blackjack. Just make sure I sit to the right of the dealer. Make millions of dollars day trading. Keep looking to see when the Pokemon will be shiny that I'm resetting for. Burn the entire atium supply so Ruin can't get to it. Make a killing from martial arts tournaments. I can now dig straight down in Minecraft. I am a god. King Crimson. I skipped time and leapt past it. Oh man, a million ways. See every mistake you make before you make it, then change course. Fragile items you dropped would remain undropped. Ketchup you'd spill on somebody would never be spilled. Rooms you walked into only to see someone you never wanted to see again would not be walked into. On and on. Not to mention traffic accidents. Playing blackjack, though you'd probably get the shit beat out of you for it. This ability is pretty much useless. If you've seen the future, you can't do anything to change it. You'll only know about what happens a little while before it actually happens. Like King Crimson, it's completely awful. I would always assume super extravagant poses and say your next line is, yes, I would use my powers for a real life Joyo reference. I will use it to see if I can win a fight with a blonde Italian teenager. Erase a period of that time and make me invincible and become the mafia boss with my split personality. I don't acknowledge this and move on with my life. I would use my power to kill some mafia boys who dress up like male strippers or Swiss cheese, only to be killed by a hitman team who wanted to find out my identity. I see unlimited possibilities with this ability. It would be useful in casinos and such, that's for sure, but it would be very useful for social scenarios as well. Like say you're texting your crush for an example. You can try a pickup line and see how she would react without even sending the text in the first place. Thinking about it now, this would make you a god on Tyndall Mayo. This would also be a massive advantage in sports because you'll already know what the next play would be and whether it was successful or not. Say you're a goalie in soccer and the opposing team has a penalty kick. You would know exactly where to dive when the actual kick happens. You would probably be the best goalie on the planet if you had this ability, no doubt. And let's not forget about all the people you would amaze by being able to predict these little things. You could get onto a Got Talent show and easily become famous. TLDR. Lots of benefits. Could become rich or famous in lots of ways. Constantly do Joseph Jost as your next line is. Apparently I use it calculating how I'll use it. I can already see major events from 7 days to 30 seconds in the future before it actually happens. I do have ESP and I know none of you will believe me. Don't care. But hey, it is what it is. My powers only work with me or someone that I am very close to. I predicted my father's passing as well as my daughter's unfortunate incident. I detected my own car accident in which I think I was supposed to die. But I remember mentally hearing a question in my head if I would trade my life for my daughter, and my immediate answer was yes. Anyways, How I use this ability, I just let people know that it involves to be careful or to stop doing what they are about to do. This ability that was gifted to me, this power, and this intense feeling, I will use this ability to get to my greatest high. No one will ever be able to stop me. Fate has chosen me as the one to stand on top. No one will ever stop my everlasting climax. I will become Joseph Joestar. I'll just tell everyone your next line will be, and make everyone gasp. I use it to save someone from an injury or death caused by something mundane, like being run over after not looking before crossing the road, or falling down the stairs because you tripped over something. Can I see the 10 seconds I would see in the future, if I were to look into the future? To see what I saw in the future, I could chaining it as long as I need to a endless future sight. When I wanna ask my boyfriend annoyed questions, he'll know if it's worth asking, could stop a fight, or start a really important conversation I wouldn't have usually had. I'd use it to gauge people's reactions to things I say. If they react badly, I do not say that thing. Unless it's my mom, who will be pissed off no matter what I say. Day trading. I imagine it would be useful for bank robbing and race car driving. Skip buffering. To see if what I said made the person I am talking to feel angry, sad, confused, etc. I could also use it to see if my move was stupid. It would also make me an absolute god at games. Smash Bros. To see if a move could combo into something else as it happens. Basically a TAS in real life. Stop, I know what you're going to ask me. The answer is, or, hi, what's your name? No, let me guess, is it? Become an absolute god at blackjack. See if I could ask anyone out while saving the embarrassment of rejection. I use it to beat my sister as a game because she wins every time and I can't beat her even thgoutest of rear thigner fdtimeiped cdgsma equals ewtwtiht her that she doesn't know she beats me in tansdje was doofus frustfiadenschockendis. All you people talking about using this skill at a casino are thinking way too small. The notional value of the bond market tied to interest rates is measured in quadrillions of dollars. If you knew the price of interest rate futures 10 seconds ahead of time, you can make millions per day using leverage on futures. Forget breaking the casino, you could own it. Win the lottery. I can see 10 seconds into the future every second. That means that when the lottery numbers come out, I write them on a paper and show on the mirror. Me. Keep doing that until I have plenty of time to go buy the winning ticket, just like on Nicolas Cage next movie. I would be the best defensive coordinator in NFL history. Become a male stripper and start an Italian gang. I'll see if a bot will delete my post. See if she finally texted me back. Sniff. Slot machines. I am thinking the roulette wheel. It would have been useful for JFK. High stakes poker. Become the best boxer ever. I can now tell if that cute girl is gonna give me her Snapchat or not. Predict and react to my opponent's shots better in squash, and improve my FPS and platformer gaming skills, enemy locations, spawns, attack patterns, etc. Use it to know whether what I'm going to say is gonna kill the convo.